See what the Arsenal fans think of that. It's a wonderful game of football, but they're still going away defeated. Hopefully it's okay, and they still have the confidence with him. They've got to be happy with seeing what these wonderful young talent they've got at Arsenal. But just interesting to see what sort of feeling is going to be coming back from them. A lot of Arsenal fans there, and they should be walking away from that ground scratching their heads thinking, how have we lost that? Because they were in control of it for big parts of the game, and yet they lose again.
Another man who has a similar feeling tonight, Frank Lampard. He's seen his Chelsea side crash out. He's speaking to beIN Sports' Sami Sammoud.
Frank, give us your thoughts about this second defeat to Man United.
Well, I thought in terms of general play, I don't think we deserved to lose the game. They didn't create much other than the two goals, and one is an amazing goal out of nowhere. The other is our fault for giving the ball away and they score a penalty, but we created more chances, made a lot of changes. So I saw some good things today, particularly in the changes that we made. A chance to look at some of the younger players, they were very strong. So there's a lot to take of it, but we're obviously disappointed that we're out of the competition.
Easier to take?
Simply change any little bit of a detail, all of a sudden you get a good result. I'll go back to what I thought the Liverpool game there was a big result. That should have won really, and all of a sudden the momentum's starting to build there. And you're not talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the moment going, are you? You're forgetting all about that. It's about these boys now are playing and believing, and all of a sudden Manchester United's starting to get a bit of belief.
Turning point, of course, that first half penalty. Have a little look, Nick. I know you're not happy with this. Let's have a look at this then. We've got a few angles here. It's Daniel James running through. Marcos Alonso fouls, or does he? See, for me, Nick, I'm saying Stonewall penalty, but have a closer look.
I've looked at every angle you can think of. I don't know a man who can fall backwards. I'll tell you what, okay, when he's running, show me where the contact is on his feet. Look down at his feet.
Right, wait till the next angle, and I say it's not the feet, it's the hip. Look, it's the hip.
What sort of angle are you looking for? Anyone you look at that there. Listen, when I'm running, right, which is called...
Look, the hip.
The hip. It's a contact game of football. It's not a game of netball we're playing. There's contact involved when you see it, So when you're running forward as you do. All of a sudden, if somebody hits the back of your legs, then you go backwards. Yes? I mean, I'm not a clever guy.
If you're running at that sort of pace,
he's running, but no one's touched the bottom of his feet, but he's gone backwards. This is not actually even an argument, to be honest with you.
Right. Let's have a look.
Would you argue in a telephone box on your own?
Look. There's a knee in his hip.
Well, it's a contact game, You touch each other, and look, there's no contact at all there. We'll have to take you to the opticians, I think.
There's no contact. Look, watch the knee to the hip.
It's nothing. You touch each other when you're playing football. You glide past each other and touch each other. Look at his feet.
How can you say with a straight face there's no contact?
Can I just say this is what's wrong with the game?
How can you tell he plays for Manchester City?
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Listen, look, it's a great run, by the way, from a wonderful player, but keep looking down at the floor there. Forget about the hip.
It doesn't matter about the floor, it's the hip.
He's fallen over.
He's cleaned him out.
He's
behave.
You're not winding me up tonight, are you? It's too late at night now. And listen, wonderful run into the box, but not a foul at all.
Look, do you know
I'll tell you what, put a survey out. Put a survey out, and I'll be very surprised if you come back victorious.
It's 1:15 in the morning. I'll be very surprised if anyone's still awake.
Even if you get two people, I'm sure you still won't get it. Not at all, no, not at all. Move on.
Right. Anyway, it was given. Marcus Rashford converted. United led from that point. We had a really good game of football, actually. It was good to see.
All the games were tonight. Got to say that. Big result for Manchester United. But obviously the game we were covering, we got the right game, didn't we, tonight?
It was as good a game of football as I've watched all season. People sometimes criticise the Carabao Cup, but it was incredible to watch. Couldn't win away for the best part of 7 months. Nicky Summerby with us here in the beIN Sports studio. We'll start with the game we just watched at Stamford Bridge. United through. Worthy winners?
Yes, got to say that, man. It's a very
that
difficult.
Stings you a bit, doesn't it?
You're going to do no, because I'm not like that in any way at all. You give credit where credit's due. You don't. It's a difficult task to go to Chelsea. Obviously, what Frank Lampard's done to the side, he's changed it. But for them to get the result, what they've done, Manchester United, with the goal, what finished it off there with Rashford, absolutely stunning strike. And we've been lucky tonight because there's been some absolutely breathtaking football tonight.
This is the goal that put United in front. Daniel James fouled by Marcos Alonso for the penalty. You're not happy with this, are you?
Never a penalty at all. Now you're on a one-man crusade. You saying that this is a foul?
I'm just saying it's a stonewall penalty. Look at the context. It takes him out of the hip.
I want to know why you can be running and then all of a sudden you fall backwards. I want you to show me, if you can show me someone who's running and you have to get kicked at the back of your heels for you to go back. He's running, all of a sudden he falls backwards. Never seen that ever.
Marcus Rashford scored the penalty, a fourth goal against Chelsea, his favourite opposition in domestic football. Chelsea did get themselves level. Different side in the second half. Not sure what Frank Lampard said at the break, but he certainly got the reaction.
Yeah, he did, yeah. But I think in all the games what we've seen tonight, whatever team's been watching, they've had a go. And this is what Chelsea did. They came out, got that crowd going, and they really took the game to Manchester United and tried everything to get back into the game.
It was Michy Batshuayi who got Chelsea's equaliser, probably trying to prove to his manager that he's good enough to play week in, week out, not just on the fringes of the first team.
And you'll get a game as well. You know, if you prove that you're worthy of playing, you will get a game with Frank, not a problem at all. And what a finish that was as well. Had a lot of work to do, cut inside, and there's only one sort of angle he could hit and he has to hit it perfectly. But just look at this for a strike.
Sensational. Batshuayi's goal was very good, but that was brilliant. Reminded you of Ronaldo at his best, didn't it?
They have this way in which they hit the ball. I don't know if it's the valve of the ball they hit, but it's a very difficult skill to get the ball with pace and power to go up and to dip down. And that is what you do there. What an absolutely fantastic strike to a player what is really banging form at the moment.
Went off slightly after that though, holding his knee, which could be the one concern for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
It would be. I'd imagine that's a little bit of precaution as well. Though, look, he's back out there now, and and he's gone to see his teammates because this is a huge result for Manchester United. What's that? 4 wins in a row now.
Three away. What's changed? Why are they winning away from home when for so long they couldn't? Matt Critchley. We'll try and get Matt back very quickly. I'd like to hear from Jurgen Klopp after tonight because it was an unbelievable game. It probably was the best game I can remember watching this season, last 2 or 3 years maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, would he be bothered really if they lost? Well, he will be bothered now with what he's seen. All of a sudden now he's seen players, he's seen some of these fringe players which never would usually get a game, and they've stood up, and they've really taken notice. You look at Elliott as well. Elliott, what he went through, yes, the emotions, what he went through, making a mistake for one of the goals, getting the penalty. He grew tonight. And very difficult when you're at 16 years old. And he's one of the examples. So many players, what we've seen all throughout. And they've to see what sort of future we have. To look at these clubs and see what's behind, what these wonderful training facilities are. Let's have a look at the talent coming through. Well, we've seen them, and it's thumbs up, by the way.
Pause for a second, Nick. Let's see if we can get back over to Anfield. I think we've got the line back. We can now hear from Jurgen Klopp.
Jurgen, I'm going to ask you with my
mistakes from both sides, which almost made it a better game.
It was, but it was end to end. It's about entertaining the crowd, and they got to entertain everybody did tonight. This was a mistake at the start. This was Mustafi with a mistake, very experienced player. He just got it wrong, and we thought it might be one of those nights for Arsenal, but it wasn't to be the case.
So Liverpool in front, Arsenal level not long afterwards. Lucas Torreira scored, but was he offside?
If the VAR was there, I think there's a good call for it maybe being offside, but it wasn't. And you know what? It was nice to have the freedom of not having VAR. It was just end-to-end stuff, and two teams with quality players really giving it everything.
Here's a question for you, Nick. Have the officials become too reliant on VAR, so when it's not there, they're not used to having to make these decisions anymore?
No, because a linesman should be able to spot that. There's 2 players who could be offside. Yeah, well, that's the whole argument with everything, with VAR, without VAR. I have my own twist on it. But we can go into it quick. Do you want me to go into it quickly and tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
Well, you're watching the Rugby World Cup at the moment, aren't you? Just watch how those referees do that. And there's a referee. You have to respect the referee, and vice versa. but all of a sudden they do it. I would have them, if you're going to have VAR, I'd have the whole ground, so knowing what the conversation is between the VAR people and the referee. And if you get any slight chances, look at a guy called Nigel Owens, who's in charge, the Welsh referee. Now he referees, having a feel for the game, referees games, when to blow the whistle, when not to keep the game flowing. There's an art to it. A lot to learn out of it, by the way.
Did the referee get this one wrong? Did Harvey Elliott dive? Was it clever play from the 16-year-old?
If you want to call it clever play, but not for me, not at all. This is a modern day football and we have to get used to it. You know he's going to go past the defender. Any slightest little touch, he's going to go down. If I'm a referee there, I don't even think twice about it. Get on with the game.
Which was more of a penalty, that one or the Daniel James?
Neither of them. Good effort though, I like that. You did try just to twist.
James Milner doesn't miss from the spot, does he? He pulled Liverpool back into it to make it 3-2. Arsenal back in front. Wonderful piece of skill after the mistake from Mesut Ozil here.
Yeah, just flicked it back there, and all of a sudden, mistake from Liverpool trying to play out from the back. And look at the Arsenal fans. You really felt like it was going to be their night. Milner with